Hey there, friend. It's Tracy. It is, 2 days before Christmas. I just wanted to hop on really quick. This is just an impromptu message. Just wanted to say how incredibly grateful I am that you are in my life, that you are here, that you're listening to this, even if you're listening to this after. Um, I feel it in my heart to maybe talk a little bit about how different this Christmas is versus what happened last year at this time. Last year we were really struggling. We were having some financial stuff, and we were struggling. And I knew Christmas wasn't going to be the same, but just prior to Christmas, my dog Gandalf was found dead in the morning. I went to do my dog stuff, and Gandalf had passed away in the night. And he was just such a character. He still haunts me. He was the if you haven't heard of Gandalf or you didn't know about Gandalf, I called him Zoolander. He was just this incredibly fun spirited dog, and he was taken far too soon. We don't know what happened. The vet said it could have been bloat, could have been cancer, or a tumor that ruptured. I mean, we don't know. Um, but it wasn't expected. And one day he was there, and the next day he was not. And I was not okay. At the time of his passing, I was really working hard on my social media presence. I was trying to get my business up and running by doing social media. I had made a few videos that went viral, so I had gained all these followers, and I had this overwhelming stress of having to do content. You had to put content out, had to get content out. And I really struggled with the content because it was really challenging for me to give like quick tips, on the internet that is like under 90 seconds because, well, because you're here. The stuff that I like to talk about, the stuff that is really meaningful to me, isn't something that you can talk about in 90 seconds. It just isn't. And well, some of the videos had done well and I gained all these followers. There was this pressure, this so overwhelming pressure that I had to keep, I had to make more content, do more reels, do more TikToks, get more stuff out. And the day that Gandalf died, in the midst of the horrific grief that I was under and trying to figure out, like, I didn't even know, it was winter. I'm like, what do I even do with him? And I was just beside myself. And running in the background of that conversation that I was having was me saying, I have to make a video. I have to do content. I have to make sure I keep doing content because if you don't know, I never wish this on anybody, but there is a thing about the algorithm that if you don't keep putting more reels out, then your viewership goes down and people stop watching and all of this stuff. So I had this intense pressure to keep doing content. I couldn't, obviously, that day, and for a few days I couldn't. And then when I finally did do a video, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do videos. But I remember thinking to myself that this is not a way to live. This is not a way for me to meet my people and to affect change. I badly want to see a change. I really think that the dog training industry is broken and that we are the cause of that brokenness. And I badly want to change that. I so badly wanted to help people. But I knew that 90-second reels and TikToks weren't the way to do it. And so after our Christmas, which was awful, it was probably the worst Christmas I had ever had, I decided that I was going to try podcasting. Now, this wasn't the first time the idea had come up, but now I was like, I'm just going to try podcasting. Podcasting allows me to talk a little bit more. It allows me to dissect deeper into the things that are meaningful to me. And I think it was also my way of slowly quitting, because I remember thinking to myself, even if nobody hears it, even if nobody shows up and nobody listens, I'm just going to take this time to record the things that I want to say. And at the end, if nobody hears it, at least I've said it, and I can literally and figuratively and literally do a mic drop, and I'll move on to do something else. I had no idea what else I would do, honestly. I've spent my whole entire adult life studying dogs, so I'm like, I don't know what else I would do. But I was done. I think I was done. And that was kind of my plan all along. I was like, I'm just going to say the things I'm going to say, and if nobody hears it, then that will be it for me. But what happened instead was I met you. I met you. You showed up, and people like you started showing up, and everybody was so kind, and people were sending me messages, and they were saying that the information was helpful, and they were really enjoying the podcast. And all of a sudden that inspired me to take one of my programs, The Fearful Dog, and I revamped it and put it out again. I started a new community. I wanted a brand new community with The Fearful Dog, with the student community. And I have met, through that community, I've met the most incredible dog people like me that are just fascinated, that want to take their relationship to that whole other level, that know that there is so much more to a relationship with a dog than just teaching them obedience and trying to fix dogs' behavior. And this community they inspire me. They inspire me every single day, showing up and sharing their stories and sharing their vulnerabilities and being kind to one another. And it has been the most incredible experience. And I have you to thank for that. I have you to thank for that. You are a part of this. You are a part of this journey. And I know one of the most beautiful things that I know is that this program will continue to change and evolve as more and more people join, as more and more people share their stories. We all get to learn together, right? Like, this is an ongoing journey. This is a lifetime journey. This is ongoing. So we all get to learn together, and the program's going to grow and be better. And I've reflected back on where I was last year at this time to where I am today. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you truly and deeply from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for saying kind words. Thank you for just being the incredible human being that you are. And the one thing that I know to be true is this podcast has helped me connect with people that want to make a change, not only for themselves and for their dogs, but I think just for all dogs, for dogs in general, to help others to not feel so isolated, so alone. I now have a bigger mission to set out to change this for more and more dog lovers like you and I. That's my big audacious goal, is to try to find a way to bridge this gap for the dog training industry, to make this better for you and for others like you and I. So thank you. I honestly would not be here without you today. Like, legitimately would not be here without you today. So thank you. And if you feel it in your heart to share this podcast with other dog lovers, please do that. Let's try to get more and more people on this train. This is good. That's all I'm going to say. This is good before I get too emotional. This is good. And anyway, so there you go. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for inspiring me every day. Thank you for everything that you've done. I wish you and your family the happiest of holidays, the merriest of Christmases, and the happiest new year. I can't wait to see what you and I do in the new year. I can't wait to see what you and I do in the new year. So thank you. And bye for now.